Hi all. In this video, I will take you through the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Here you will learn your rights. What are your rights in the Consumer Protection Act? The topics which I am going to cover in this video is consumer definition, Consumer Protection Act 1986, Redressal Commission, which is district forum, state and national commission. How you can lodge a complaint, remedies and consumer awareness, and who can file and how to file a complaint. So basically, entire consumer like how a complaint, what all things are included in complaint, and who can file complaint. What is the procedure for filing complaint, and where you have to file a complaint. Everything is covered in this. Now, who is the consumer? As per the definition given in the Consumer Protection Act, any person who buys any commodity or service, or is a user of such commodity or service, is known as a consumer. Any person must satisfy two conditions to claim himself as a consumer. The first thing is that the service must have been rendered to him. He must have paid or promised to pay for the same. If any person buy capital goods to provide services to other individuals, then he is also recognized as a consumer. So basically, when you are buying something and you are paying for that, and you are using and you're directly using that good or services, then you become a consumer. Now this slide shows who is not a consumer. If any person who buys a commodity with an intention to resell, which means if you are a broker, you buy something and you sell it, whether you are a wholesaler or you are a dealer wherein you buy the product and you sell it for some profit, then you are not a consumer. A person who obtains services without consideration. Suppose I go to someone and I took some services from a person and I didn't pay for him, so that I will not be considered as a consumer. The third point is that a person who obtains service for commercial purpose. Like I said in the first point, it's similar to the third point, wherein I I bought something and I'm using it for commercial purpose, then I'm not a consumer because I'm not directly using the services or the goods. I'm using it for commercial purpose. Now the fourth point is that if someone applies for a job, then he is not a consumer. So that's a totally different relation that does not comes in the contract of consumer. And the fifth point is a person who files suits in a court. So someone goes and files a suit in a court, he pays the stamp duty and everything, but still he is not a consumer because it's totally different thing. This picture shows how people buy. It shows two shop and a person. Now, what are the factors leading to consumer exploitation? The slides give 6 points, which are the factors which lead to consumer exploitation. Deceptive and misleading techniques. That now you must be aware that many people, those who many people in the market, they use deceptive and misleading techniques. They will guarantee you everything that this product works well. It's renowned product, and they just want to sell their product and make profit out of it. So they will misguide you. False warranties or guarantees, even knowingly that there is some mistake and the manufacturer is not providing that warranty or guarantee. They will say that no, the warranty is this much. It's going to the company has given 2 years warranty or guarantee. In fact, the manufacturer has not given any warranty or guarantee. In such a way, they just want to get rid of the product. They want to earn profit out of you. Non-availability of the goods. Now there are situations wherein there is actually the goods are available, but they create such a scenario that the goods are not available just to fetch profit out of consumers. Adulteration. Adulteration is a common word which you understand that adulteration in food, adulteration in uh, you have heard of adulteration in milk. So that is also a kind of exploitation to the consumer. Hoarding and black marketing. It's very common, understandable terms. salient feature of the Consumer Protection Act. The Act applies to all goods and services unless specially exempted by union government. It covers all the public sector, private or cooperative. It provides consumer right to choose, to be heard, to be informed, to safety, education and redressal. Provision of the Act are compensatory in nature. It empowers consumer seeking discontinuance of traders' malpractice, defective goods, service deficiencies, or withdrawal of hazardous goods from the market. Now, what are the objectives of this act? Now, the objectives of this act are as follows. The act provides for promotion and protection of the rights of the consumers. It provides remedies for deceived consumers. Now, I will come later. I will come like what remedies are there, but for right now, I will just tell you what are the objectives. So, third objective is better protection against exploitation, making provision for establishment of consumer council and other authorities for the settlement of consumer disputes and for the matter connected with it. Now, do you know your consumer rights? That's a big question because many people in India they are not aware of their rights. So it's very necessary that you should know what are your rights and what are your duties as a consumer. Now the consumer rights, the act has given six rights to the consumer. That a consumer must be heard, redressal must be given to his grievances, consumer must get information, consumer has the right to choose, consumer has the right to safety, and the consumer has the right to education as per the Consumer Protection Act. Now the responsibilities of the consumer. Responsibility of the consumer is that there are advertisements which exaggerate. So we should not go on that advertisement. We should use our mind to decide whether it's exaggerated or it's okay to buy that particular thing. Now many times you will find that even though there is some problem in the product or goods, but still people don't file a complaint for redressal and they say that okay, there's nothing been done for it, but the consumer must file a complaint for redressal. Consumer must be cautious, they should see the quality, insist on cash memo, must exercise his or her right. So whenever a consumer is buying things, they must insist on the marks, the quality marks given by the government. These are few quality marks, that is egg mark, ISI mark, and etc. Ways and means of consumer protection. Redressal Forum, Consumer Protection Council, Environmental Friendly Products, National Youth Award on Consumer Protection, Consumer Welfare Fund, Publicity Measure, Lok Adalats. So these are the ways and means of consumer protection. Uh, so if you see the Redressal Forum and Consumer Protection Council, there are forums set up in every district which looks after the matter of consumer protection. And above that, there is a state commission. There is one state commission for every state, and the last one is the national commission. Now, as I said, there are three forums: district, state, and national commission. So, what does the district commission do? What is the difference between all these things? So, basically, district commission, it has a jurisdiction to enter complaint where the value of the goods or services and the compensation, if any, claim does not exceed 20 lakhs. So, whatever is there and it's not exceeding 20 lakhs, then you will have to file a complaint in the district forum. This is the jurisdiction of district forum. So, basically, the distinction has been given in district, state, and national commission on the jurisdiction, and that jurisdiction is the amount. State commission, it shall have jurisdiction to entertain complaint where the value of the goods or services and the compensation, if any, claim exceed rupees 20 lakhs but less than 1 crore rupees. So this is the jurisdiction of state commission. National commission, it has a jurisdiction to entertain complaint where the value of the goods or services and the compensation, if any, claimed exceeds rupees 1 crore. So anything above 1 crore goes to the National Commission, which is situated in Delhi. Now the question comes, who can file a complaint? A consumer can file a complaint, that is for sure. But other than that, the central government or the state government or any one or more consumer, where like a trust can file a complaint on behalf of the consumer if there are lots of consumer. In case of death of consumer, his legal heir or representative can file a complaint. Now, how to file a complaint? But this is very important for most of the common people, because people don't know how to file a complaint. They usually don't go to file a complaint because they think that they have to hire a lawyer, and the fees of the lawyer, they think that's very big. But this this act has been passed or created in such a way that keeping in mind that a person does not have to waste money, because there are many scenarios where a consumer buy good that's not worth of paying to a lawyer. Suppose I bought a printer and that printer cost rupees 5,000 or 6,000, and if there is some defect and I approach to consumer court through a lawyer, the fees of the lawyer is much more than that. So probably I will not go uh, to the consumer forum to file a complaint. So it's the act is designed in such a way that you don't need to go to a lawyer. You just need to write your complaint on one plain paper, the contents of the complaint, the name, description, and the address of the complaint and the opposite party, the fact relating to the complaint, when and where it arose, document in support of the allegation contained in the complaint, the relief which a complaint claims. The complaint should be signed by complainants or the authorized agent. So it's very simple. There is a specific, there is no specific format. Only the content should be that first the name and the description of address of the complainant and the opposite party should be there. And if you still have doubt on this, you can search on the internet. There are lots of formats available, so that will be very helpful for the consumer. So it does not involve a lot of cost for filing a complaint for a consumer. A complaint can be filed in person through agent lawyer or by registered court. The court fees is very nominal. If the value, this table shows what is the court fees. If the value is up to 1 lakh, the amount is payable is rupees 100. Greater than to or equal to rupees 1 lakh is 200, but less than 5 lakhs. And this is how it goes 400 and 500. Limitation period for complaint and appeals. If you see any of the law, there is a limitation involved into it, because if something has happened 20, 40 years ago, you cannot come today and file a case or complaint. So there is a limitation period for each and every crime or law. So for this Consumer Protection Act, the limitation period is within 2 years. A consumer case has to be filed within 2 years of the date of the case of action. But however, there are many case laws for specifically in the case of builders, wherein they delay the possession of the flat. The limitation has been extended. So that's an exception. But usually for other things, the limitation is 2 years. Delay in filing appeal may be condoned if there is sufficient cause. Like I said, in the case of builders, they provide the possession very late. So even if you have done the transaction, that is paid the amount to be, and they take 5 6 years to give you the possession. So in that case, 2 years have passed. So condonation can be given in such cases. If an appeal is made after specific period, then the forum shall record in writing the reason for delay. Revision petition 90 days. Remedies under Consumer Protection Act is to replace the good loss of injury of consumer, to remove the defect in the product, to return the complaint the price paid by the complainant, to remove the defect or deficiencies in the service in question, to discontinue the unfair trade practice, to restrictive trade practice, not to offer hazardous goods for sale, to cease from malfunctioning to hazardous goods, issue of corrective advertisement. Applicability of Consumer Protection Act into banking is also there. Movement run by the government, Jago Grahak Jago campaign to educate the customers, that is very well known. It's been published on television also. It's advertisement shown here.